Hi, I have been away for a very hot minute, and I do get sometimes, sometimes, very rarely, do I get a message saying, "Hey, what happened, Aditi? You're not uploading on YouTube, you're not uploading here. What is wrong?" And I think what has happened is I started understanding how the industry works, how oversaturated even podcast industry has become, where हर दूसरे दिन कोई नया पॉडकास्ट बना रहा है एंड आई एम लाइक मेरा क्या वैल्यू है इसमें, मैं क्या ला रही हूँ, मैं क्या नहीं ला रही हूँ. एंड honestly it's just noise, and do I want to contribute more to it? I'm becoming more conscious about that, and also it applies to my social media game as well right now, where I literally am doing the same shit as 500,000 million women are doing, that is posting outfit of the days and going to west side, and they're doing it better than I am, by the way. And getting more likes and more shares. And then it got me into thinking कि यार मैं क्या कर रही हूँ. Am I being a part of consumerism market कि मैं इतना क्या बोलते हैं लोगों से एक्सपेक्ट कर रही हूँ कि यार जाओ बाय करो, बट देन आई एम नॉट इवन रियली गिविंग एनीबडी एनी लिंक और एनीथिंग. अफिलिएटेड भी नहीं हूँ मैं किसी ब्रांड के साथ, बीच में थी बट अब नहीं हूँ. सो हियर आई एम रियली क्वेश्चनिंग कि मैं कर क्या रही हूँ. लाइक डू आई रियली वॉन्ट टू प्रीच, लाइक आई एम सिक. पहले तो मेरे को ये बोलना ज़रूरी है कि आई एम वेरी सिक एंड एग्जॉस्टेड ऑफ एड्स बीइंग थ्रोन एट मी. ये खरीद लो, ये खरीद लो, ये खरीद लो. एंड खरीदना, चल खरीद भी लिया तो कोई गारंटी नहीं है कि वो एड बंद हो जाएगी आना मेरे फीड पे, बिकॉज इट इज़ हाउ द एल्गोरिदम इज एंड इट इज़ हाउ द एड इंडस्ट्री वर्क्स. And so I'm just sick of looking at ads, and then I realize somewhere, shit, what am I doing? मैं भी तो वही कर रही हूँ ना. मैं कपड़े पहन के बता रही हूँ और मैं चलती फिरती, मैं खुद ही एक एड हूँ कि भाई यू नो आई लाइक दिस एंड यू शुड गेट दिस. एंड आई डोंट नो, लाइक दैट्स वेयर थिंग्स स्टार्टेड टू शिफ्ट फॉर मी. एंड देन आई गॉट अ जॉब. ऑफ कोर्स आई हैव जस्ट बीन बिजी एंड वेरी एग्जॉस्टेड every single day. And I also have started, so I work at a podcast production company, and they have their own podcast show where Cyrus, if you all are aware or not, I don't know, Cyrus was a 90s icon uncle, who's in his 50s currently, and he hosts a show called Cyrus Says on YouTube. Uska YouTube channel name hai Cyrus Says, and every Monday he does something called as Ask Me Anything, AMAs with Cyrus. So I host that show, in case if you all want to go check it out, show some support, because I suck at it, and all they talk about is politics and sports and cricket and football and god knows what bullshit crap that I'm not even able to contribute to, despite having my own podcast and having, you know, talking points ready and shit like that. This is like AMA. I've never ever in my life, I've done so many live content footages for my YouTube channel. YouTube bhi nahi, but I've done Instagram lives and I've interacted and chatted with a lot of people. But never have I ever come across this brutality of people calling me dumb blonde, and I'm like, that's fine, you know, but it just sometimes it does get to me, like the comments are ugly. And this week I told myself, step away, we are not doing the AMA. कुछ भी हो जाए, कोई भी producer आके बोल ले, it's not worth it. Cyrus has a very peculiar set of fans, and I'm okay with it. Fine, that's fine, you know. Fans है तभी Cyrus है. Fans के बिना हम कुछ नहीं हैं, राइट. लिसनर्स के बिना हम कुछ नहीं हैं. एंड सो आई गेट इट, ही हैज़ अ वेरी पिक्यूलियर सेट ऑफ फैंस. ठीक है, it is what it is. I am in the meantime trying to live more in the moment. Hi, ये है Life in Between. मेरा नाम है अदिति. आप सुन रहे हो काइपन अदिति. And काइपन अदिति is all about overthinking and oversharing everything, past, present and future. And that's that. I don't want to even exaggerate what I do. Life in Between वाले episodes are probably monthly recaps, and I thought अगर मैं और लेट कर दूँगी तो ये episode completely irrelevant ho jayega. So here we are. We had so much in the month of October, so much going on. Mumbai was literally on steroid, and I mean no offense when I say this, but the energy was next fucking level, next level. Diwali, Dashera, then you throw in Navratri, the 9 days. Oh my god, like once you're done with these main festivals, like we are literally done. And अब कुछ नहीं है, अब सुनसान है. अब जब तक न्यू ईयर नहीं आएगा तब तक हमारा कुछ नहीं है. हाँ, क्रिसमस होगा, बट हम क्रिसमस इतना धूमधाम से नहीं मनाते जितना नवरात्रि, दिवाली, दशहरा मनाते हैं. एंड सो इट्स गोइंग टू बी क्वाइट अ लल मोमेंट इन बिटवीन. एंड यू नो, आई ऑफ्टन लुक आउट for, as a introvert, these shanti wale moments, these quiet moments. I can only hope people don't burst crackers. How naive of me when I wrote this script ki yaar, I can only hope people don't burst crackers. Lol, as I'm recording, people are bursting crackers. What am I expecting? What am I, Mother Teresa? God. But I can manifest, right? I can manifest to God कि भाई please. I can shout out to people कि मत फोड़ो. I can try and say that, right? That's the least I can do. Anyways, I wish you guys a very happy Diwali. I hope your Dashera and Navratri were fabulous. I'm not into anything, to be very honest with you. Like, I don't have a huge circle of people who would invite me over for a Diwali party or a Dashera party or something like that. I don't know. I just come across as an intimidating bitch, period, lol. We, however, had a dandiya slash garba night in my building, and now, you know, all the aunties are again very manipulative and very well networked, and they chat a lot with each other, and they have their social cliques already established within the circuit of the building. And I feel like an outsider, I tell you. Like, Garba night started and ended so quickly. Barish chalu ho gaya, and I was like, fucking A, okay. As an introvert, I was very happy. I had थोड़ा सा डांस किया मैंने, थोड़ा सा गरबा नाइट थोड़ा सा हुआ 10 मिनट का, and then I was like, okay, this is great. I get to eat and skedaddle from here. I can go home now. Because that, me being an introvert, that was the happiest moment. Okay, I don't have to spend so much time now. I can just eat my heart out and go. I'm like, yeah. How do they do it? Like, how do the extroverts do it? Like, aren't you just exhausted getting ready? Just the getting ready part for me is exhaustion. At this point in time, I'm tired of being a human in general, a woman in general. We are just born nurturers, and I hope it can change with time and education and money. But this reminds me of the horror thriller movie that I recently watched called The Substance. Yes, my co-worker Palash officially converted me to cinephile, whatever, cinema lover. And he was like, you've not seen this? Ye nahi dekhi tune? To kya dekha tune? And so he was like, watch The Substance, and it is very gory. Heads up, it is very, very gory, but it just pulled me in from the trailer. I was like, oh shit. Because she literally peels out of her old body and she becomes young, which is just so yuck and so gory. But for all my beauty lovers who love to know about how the Hollywood industry is working, and the Botox and like the Ozempic and shit like that, like, just for them, this is it. This is the shit. This is the movie that you want to watch. But again, there are a lot of bloody scenes in it, and surprisingly, I liked it. Demi Moore, उसमें भी Demi Moore है lead में. I was like, sold. This woman, how is she aging so gracefully? Like, I couldn't believe how beautiful she looks in the movie. My God. But it is so gory. It is so gory. It is so gory. You will puke out. And just a warning, heads up, if you ever decide to watch it. Maybe watch the trailer and decide for yourself if you want to watch the entire movie and commit to it. But I loved it. I'd recommend it. Check it out. Let's talk about sex, baby. Wait, what? Okay. the juicy topic of the day, sex. Why does sex से सबके रोंगटे खड़े हो जाते हैं? ओह, सेक्स की बात कर रही हो, माय गॉड, वेट, यू हैव माय अटेंशन, ओके, सेक्स सेक्स सेक्स, ओके, you have my attention, okay, great. Okay, someone actually told me this and I'm quoting her word to word. अरे ये तो अच्छा लगा, ये तो अच्छा हुआ. Never has anybody ever explained to me so simply what sex feels like. As someone who has been waiting for the right person, I come across people's experiences from time to time, and this specific one simply stuck out to me this month, and I had to share it with you all. My colleague the other day and me were talking about it, and now, mind you, she's young, she's a Mumbaikar, she's much more experienced than I am, but when she quoted me that with so much simplicity, I wanted to almost tear up, because it is not easy for me. Intimacy is not easy for me. I question this myself ki kyun? Why is it not easy for you? Why doesn't it come naturally to you? And is there any trauma that my body has built up that my brain might have forgotten, or what? Or what, Aditi? And so, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, she put sex so simply, like, अरे ये तो अच्छा लगा, ये तो अच्छा हुआ. Like, that was just, oh my god, I couldn't believe it how simply she put it, and I was like, okay, interesting, okay. In case you haven't yet figured out, life in between is me summing up whatever shit has happened and trauma dumping it onto you. So it is absolutely at random order कि क्या क्या हुआ और क्या हो रहा है, and it's absolutely at random order, and I'm just bullet pointed everything that has happened. So we are going places with this episode, so of course have some popcorn. Is it too late? But maybe not, maybe have some popcorn. We're here for another 10 minutes or so, let's see. Okay, one big purchase for this month, two actually. I would like to thank myself and my money for being able to buy perfume. The thing with perfume is, I love quality shit, and not even just perfume, just clothing itself, clothing and just life in general. Like, I love quality shit, and now and then I make big 10k purchases of perfume that last me 2 to 3 years within my family. Emphasis on my family. So I use it for 6 to 8 months. एक परफ्यूम खरीदती हूँ मैं, अच्छा वाला, हाँ अच्छा वाला, ठीक है, 10,000 का. एक अच्छा परफ्यूम लेती हूँ मैं, 6 से 8 महीना चलाती हूँ. आई गेट बोर्ड, आई पास इट डाउन टू माई मॉम और माई सिस्टर. देन दे गेट बोर्ड एंड दे गेट टू पास इट डाउन. बट बहुत बार 99.99% चांसेस ये है कि वो लोग यूज़ कर लेते हैं, एंड सो वी आर लाइक 3-4 वुमेन इन आ फैमिली, एंड सो वो थरली यूज़ हो जाता है, अच्छे से यूज़ हो जाता है परफ्यूम. कभी ऐसा नहीं हुआ है कि वेस्ट गया होगा या बॉटल में को आधी भरी हुई मिली होगी, ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ है. एंड दे ट्रस्ट माई गट्स व्हेन इट कम्स टू परफ्यूम्स. लाइक आई रियली love perfumes and they love what I give them, so I don't have I've never heard any complaints from them ever, at least regarding this. So yeah, ये महीने में बहुत 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 कुछ किया है मैंने, and बहुत कुछ सीखने मिला है. And yes, this is juicy bit that you've been waiting for. कि क्या हो गया. Okay, so I wanted a fling. I thought I wanted a fling. I wanted to feel butterflies because I thought at 31 वो क्या होता है, like वो क्या होता है. And oh boy, did I feel butterflies. So I hung out with this new friend of mine whom I had a tiny crush on. Emphasis on tiny crush. Life moves on quickly in my world, but we went out, we ate. He said, hey, let's go out eat. I said, sure. Now, it was the first time in a really long time I had gone out with a chivalrous human. Maybe that's what I thought back then. But eventually, there are a lot more red flags with this guy than, green flags. Okay, but ठीक है. सुनो तो सही, सुन लो ना, नहीं सुनो प्लीज. You'll be like, नहीं अदिति क्या कर रही है तू, नो डोंट टेल अस बट टेल अस, ओके. So he does come across as a very chivalrous human. There is chivalry, but the more I hung out, the more I knew how wrong this person was for me. But again, do you really need that when you're just looking for a fling? You just need, I don't know how do you even define a fling? This story is in past tense for sure, but the point here is, what do people talk on a date? Because we hung out, we ended up eating together, right? So hanging out with this specific person will give me a good practice session. Also, the hangout session reminded me of how poorly I've been treated in the past. So this guy I met via my mom, I went out on a date. Not this guy, okay, not the fling guy. एक बंदा था अरेंज मैरिज के सेटअप में, जो मेरी मॉम ने बोला था करके मिल ले, एंड देन आई एंडेड अप गोइंग आउट एंड ईटिंग, एंड ही डिडंट इवन पिक अप माई बिल आउट ऑफ श्योर courtesy कि hey, I can take care of you, I can take care, I can provide for you a full meal, and I want to feed you, and I want to take care of you. So picking up the bill, at least the first one, is a huge deal in my books. I said fuck him. This was the guy जो set up हुआ था arranged marriage के through. I just wanted consistency. I was like, I just want consistency and chivalry and money, of course. Manners and money. Those are the two M's that we all ladies love. Take notes, gentlemen. Manners and money. We went out, we ate, and I was like, at least this will give me a refresher course into what hanging out with a male species feels like and looks like. And I was like, okay, just do it. So we hung out 3 or 4 times, and he paid, and then eventually I paid him back because it wasn't a date. I told him that if you pay, then it's a date. If I pay for my own meal, it's not a date. And he was like, no, you pay for something else next time. We are friends, chalta hai, and all that. And I was like, no, we'll split the bill, and that's that. So, but this guy, this was the guy I wanted to have fling with, जिसके साथ मैं बाहर खाने गई थी. So, this month, I am blushing, okay? This month I had my first, okay, this is where, if you are my sister, if you are my brother, this is where you need to, or my parents, this is where you need to shut off my podcast and leave. That's that. Leave. If you know me, leave. If you know me in real life, maybe this is where you should tune out, because this is not very Aditi of me to do. This month I had my first hickey. Yes, and I had my first kiss. Yes, you heard that right. Your girl is progressing and living in the present, being more socially active, and hence no episode. करने की उम्र है, right? I was told this. करने की उम्र है, देखने की उम्र नहीं है. That's what my fling told me. करने की उम्र है आदित्य. देखने की उम्र नहीं है. Okay. Hickey for me is such a foreign concept, only seen on other people and in foreign movies. But oh boy, when it happened, I was shook. I want to make an entire episode out of this, but no. Okay, we're not gonna do that. I think that would be too much oversharing of it all. But okay, I'll share more. It hurt a little. It felt like a vampire fang trying to drink my blood. There, I said it. Lol. Okay, so that happened. I went into shock mode because I wasn't expecting it pehle to, and then I dropped my S24 phone, my Samsung Galaxy S24 phone on the floor flat. जो मैंने अगस्त में ख़रीदा था मेरे पैसों से 67,000 का था जो yes, वो मेरा पैसा ना, वो फिगर आंखों के सामने आ गया, वो छम करके ऐसे आंखों के सामने आ गया वो, बिकॉज इट फेल फ्लैट ऑन द फ्लोर. आई वॉज सो शॉक्ड कि आई ड्रॉप माई ब्लडी फोन आउट ऑफ इट. आई वुड हैव फकिंग किल्ड दैट डूड, बिकॉज दैट hickey was not worth the phone drop at all. At all. And so now here I was carrying this hickey on my neck for the next 4, 5, 6 days. And I had more hickeys after that. Let's just be okay, I should stop. Now let's talk about the kiss, okay? Okay. It's it I don't know. The thing is, this fling of mine, this friend of mine, जिसके साथ मेरे को fling करना था, but I don't think I'm potentially or even capable of having a fling without getting romantically attached to this person. But we did fool around a little bit before I decided, okay, no, maybe I want more. And so I ended it. That was the end of the story, but the kiss. So I don't know what I was expecting. I was so scared, you guys. I was just so scared. I was so scared. I can't even tell you. मेरे मुंह से अभी words, दिमाग से words नहीं निकल रहा. I think that's the thing कि intimacy has been so scary for me कि it's still questionable कि I did that. That was so un-Aditi like for me to do. I kissed this guy and it was okay. And he was doing most of it. And then he told me, you're not even kissing me back. And it's like, do I have to kiss you back? No, but then I was moving my lips. I don't know how do you do it. I told him this very clearly. Look, brother, this is my first time doing it and I don't know what I'm doing it and I don't know how to do it. So can you do it for me? And I don't know, and it just happened and I was like, okay. A lot of people from my office might be listening to this podcast. Hello, bye bye, this is not for your ears. Oh shit. So now here, so you might be like, ab kya ho gaya? What went wrong? Why? What happened? Red flags started popping up, which was so obvious. And we just, on maturity level, I think I'm way more mature, even though he's much older to me than I am. I mean, obviously, but just he is like a kid trapped in an adult body, and there were a lot of red flags. For example, he told me, seek therapy due to my hate for men. Maybe he was right about that, which partly ain't wrong. I mean, I hate men unless you put them in my circle of things. By put them in my circle, I mean universe trying to put it in form of collaboration, networking, etc. Because I ain't approaching, but for my hickey guy, I did approach. So there we are. So why do I hate men? Why? And when mostly because whatever is happening, मेरे को ऐसा लगता है in the world, whatever is happening, it is happening because of men. कभी कहीं सुना है कि भाई ये औरत के नाम से स्कैम चल रहा है या औरत के कारण पॉलिटिक्स में कुछ का कुछ हो गया है. It's very rare to see shit on a global scale go down because of a woman. Very rare. Which literally reminds me of Fleabag's iconic dialogue where Fleabag's talk to this older woman in a bar and she's told that men seek external war, while for women all the war and the blood is happening internally every month. Yeah? God, that is so iconic. Like Fleabag, I can't, it just is stuck in my brain for the rest of my life. That's so iconic, so iconic. Season 2 dekh lo, I think it was episode 2 or 3. When they are hosting this award function. Anyways, also I was told to seek therapy because I don't know whether having a child is best way to live life in 2025 and beyond. I was told this by the same fling guy. I told him, yaar, I'm not sure if having a bacha in 2025 is ideally what I would want at all. Not even in 2025. I don't think I want one, and people need a reality check because it's one thing to say and whole another thing to actually do. There's literally no money in my bank to survive for me, yet hum bacche karenge, right? Preschool, where they are taught how to arrange blocks, I recently learned it cost 80,000 to 1 lakh rupees a year to do that for your child. Now imagine the entire schooling and college and education abroad, and how much would it cost. How did our ancestors do it? तब इतना महंगाई था नहीं, and they had properties, and inflation grew eventually over time. So the samosa that costed me 2 rupees when I was in 5th, 6th standard now cost 20 rupees at my school canteen, and life sucks. So do not come fucking telling me to go to Rishikesh and seek some blessing so that life could go back to normal and like get back on track. Gosh, my life is good, mind your own fucking business. That's what I had to say to him then. I was also reminded about my ego, how much ego I have, and I won't even listen to someone giving me free advice, for which I was a bit shocked and baffled. I wish I had taken notes more. I did end up taking notes because I still hang out. I still have a crush on him despite all the red flags. Of course, हमें तो red flag वाला बंदा ही पसंद आएगा ना. हमें green flag वाले क्यों पसंद आएंगे? हमें तो red flag वालों के पीछे पागल हो गए हम लोग. नहीं, but eventually, I started learning more and more, and now this person is a good friend. That's all I would put it as, and I've had fun. That's all I will say. As long as you're having fun, that's where we are at. Now, as for the content and the podcast, I will try to produce at least one episode every month. I want to be more mindful of what I'm putting out there. I don't know what are y'all interested in. Let me know. Reach out to me on my Instagram. What do y'all want to hear from me, and if I can even deliver, or do y'all want random topics as I go, as it has been. Again, podcasting industry is crazy because हर कोई आए दिन नया पॉडकास्ट चालू कर रहा है. एंड आई जस्ट सॉ अनन्या पांडे का पॉडकास्ट, सो पॉजिटिव, आई थिंक इट्स कॉल्ड. इट वाज टट्टी बकवास. आई एम सॉरी टू से, बट इट वाज जस्ट बकवास. एंड दैट्स नॉट बिकॉज वी आर बोथ इन द इंडस्ट्री एंड both doing the same shit and I'm jealous of her. No, it's just I don't like her content, period. So here we are. I cannot promise when the next episode will come out, but it will. I'm not giving up on my podcast, not yet. So this is me, babes. I'm going to stop this episode right here. This was Life in Between, October edition. I'm taking a break in between, and I've not been writing much at all. I have also been update on my medication. I've been on my medication for over 2 months now, and I feel great. I feel incredible. I'm doing mentally, I'm doing amazing. My mental health has improved a lot. I can travel better. I can go around, move around, talk to people. I'm much happier, more confident than I used to be. And yeah, I'm trying to cutting down on medication now. So I've been shaking a lot lately. That's the side effect of the medication, I guess. I'm just going down now on the medication. I have to stop eventually, right? So side effect of medication is shaking. Yeah, sadly. So that has happened, but overall I've had an incredible this Diwali weekend. I had a long ass weekend, so I hope you did too. I hope you had an incredible Diwali. I hope you enjoyed this juicy gossip episode of my life in between. करना चाहिए, ज़्यादा देखने की उम्र नहीं है, करने की उम्र है. I will take this into account and try my best to be away from someone I shouldn't be. Oh God, we love a red flag. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Thanks for listening. मेरा नाम है Aditi. You're listening to Pan Aditi.